Let's get it. Let's blind rank 20 WWE superstars. I just got my other phone here to make some notes because I'm not going to remember which spots I have for 20 and I might forget who I already have. I'm not going to do duplicates. So let's get this. Blind ranking 20. Owen, all time. I'm going to put Owen at, let's put Owen at 8. I think 8 is fair for Owen. Okay, so we've got Owen at 8. I think 8 is very solid for Owen. He's one of the GOATs, but his career was cut short. And speaking of someone whose career was cut short, Magnum, if he had a longer career, he would have probably been top 5. But for right now, I'm going to put Magnum at, unfortunately, I think 17. So Magnum at 17, I think that's fair for Magnum. His career was cut way too short. Nick, I've got no feelings towards Nick because I never watched him wrestle. I know he's one of the greats to ever do it. So just for that, I'm not going to put him really low. I'm just going to put Nick at 15. I think that's low, but I have no feelings towards Nick Bockwinkel. It's really tough for me to rank the guys that I never actually watched. So I know he's great. Brock is going at, I think 5 is fair for Brock. Otherwise, Brock might come here and eat me. So Brock at 5. Who do we have next? Next, we've got Matt Hardy. See, he's got such a long and illustrious career. Matt Hardy version 1 was super underrated. Hardy Boys is great. So I'm going to put Matt Hardy at, I'm going to put him just below Owen. So I'm going to put Matt at 9. I think that's solid for Matt. Who are we getting next? Next, we are getting 19. I don't even know which of the Jacks. I always get confused with them. I'm just going to say Buck is 19. I'm just leaving 20 spot for one or two very specific people that you might know. Superstar, I'm going to put Superstar at just above Bockwinkel. I'm going to put Superstar at 14. He was, after all, world champion at one point, so I think 14 is a solid spot for him. Again, I didn't watch too much of him. Debray, I'm going to put him just one below Brock. I'm going to put Brian at 6. He's good, but I think Brock is just one spot better than Debray. Next, we are getting Samoan Joseph. Again, this is WWE only. It was great in NXT, which is part of, but this is not TNA. This is not Ring of Honor. So I'm going to put Samoan Joseph at 13. I just can't put him higher than that because in WWE, except for NXT, he didn't really do much. So guys, my rankings is purely on WWE. Ted DiBiase, I'm going to put Ted DiBiase at 18. Ted DiBiase Senior might be higher than that, but Junior definitely not higher than that. I don't want to put him at 20 just because I'm leaving 20 for a very specific person, just to make everybody salty. Mick Foley, he goes in my 3 because Mick is in my top 5 of all time. He gave his body to entertain us, and I will be forever thankful for the memories that Mick gave me. Michael P.S. Hayes, fabulous Freebirds. I'm going to put him at, let's put him at 11. I think for PSAs, I think 11 is a fair spot. Freebirds were brilliant, but as a solo, he didn't do too much. Great Muta, I'm going to put Great Muta at 10. I think that's very fair for Great Muta. So we need a couple of weak guys and a couple of better ones. AJ Styles, I'm going to put AJ Styles just below Brian. So I'm going to put AJ, again, this is WWE only, not TNA, not Ring of Honor. So I'm going to put AJ at 7. I think he's just below Brock and Brian, which I think is a very fair spot for him. We already did Ted DiBiase Jr., so I'm not going to put him in again. Kane, I'm going to put Kane between Mick and Brock. So I'm going to put Kane at 4. Kane in 1997 to 2001, he was so incredibly good. Christian, see, now this is where it becomes very tough. Can I put Christian at 2 or do I put him at 12? I'm going to put Christian at 12 just in case. See, I would probably move Hayes, Muta, and Matt on a Matt. I would probably put him more around a 9-ish, but I can't put him at 1 or 2. I've got 1 or 2 left for very specific people. Shinsuke, I'm going to put Shinsuke at 16. He was great in NXT, but on the main roster, he's not done that much except for a couple of feuds, but I can't put him at 1 or 2. That's why he's going at 16, but it's also not my 20. Dean, I guess I'm putting Dean at 2 just because I can't possibly put Dean at 20. Blind ranking 20 is really, really tough. Next, Cesaro. I can't put him at 1, so I'm going to have to put Cesaro at 20. And now whoever this is my one. Please don't mess with me, Filter. Just be kind to me today. Not perfect, but I tried my best, guys. Peace.